guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a strobing for dummies slash how I fill in my eyebrows while I'm growing them out. I've gotten requests to do both, so I figured that I would just throw it on together with my no makeup look since it fit the theme. I want to apologize, I have my mini me in here, so if you hear a rocker or any thumping noises, that is her. She's having a ball right now. But yeah, strobing is a new makeup trend. Actually, it's not even new, it's just a new term. It's basically highlighting on like 1,000 with no contouring, no bronzer, no nothing. So I talk you through how to do it in the most flattering way and how to achieve the look for your particular skin type. Want to see how I got this entire look? Then go ahead and keep on watching. Yo, I didn't even lay my edges on or anything. My hair keeps poofing up, like it's that hot in here. But we're gonna go with it. So I'm gonna start by prepping my skin with MAC's Fix Plus. And this is my favorite moisturizer at the moment. It's the Simple Replenishing Moisturizer. So I'm going to use this to prep my skin, and I'm also going to use it with my foundation for today. Now for foundation, I'm going to use the Cover FX Custom Cover Drops, and I'm in the shade N100. For this, I'm going to put a little bit of my Strobe Cream, and this is from MAC as well. It's just kind of like an illuminating moisturizing cream. So I'm only gonna add literally a pea-sized amount because this can alter your skin tone if you are a woman of color or a little bit more tan. And I'm going to use again some more of my moisturizer. I'm gonna put about that much to cover it. Now, the more moisturizers or whatever you're using to mix this particular foundation, the more you're gonna have. Because this is like pure pigment, it's just pigment. So there's no filler or anything else. Like you could use this straight. I don't like that look, but you could. I use like 2.5 drops. And I'm gonna blend it in. I'm just mixing it on the back of my hand. I'm gonna conceal all my dark spots and my under eye circles with this Prep and Prime highlighting pen in Peach Luster. And the orange is gonna cancel out the purple and blue tones in those dark spots and bags. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows because these are gonna be a struggle. I'm just gonna make it work. So I'm gonna brush the hairs in that direction I want them to go. Then I'm going to use MAC Spike Pencil to fill them in. I'm not going to use anything else but Spike. Yeah. So I'm going to start by outlining my brow and how I want it, the shape to be. Since I kind of have to give it a new shape. I'm just going to lightly stroke the inside of the brow. And you don't want to just rush and put thick lines because then it's not going to look good. So just lightly feather it through. And I'm okay with this, so I'm going to stop. All right. So, I know we're looking pretty intense right now. It's okay. Just work with me. So I'm gonna brush the inner corner to kind of fade and blend. And now I can go with concealer. So I would normally use the Studio Finish Concealer from MAC because it's really, really thick, but I can't find it. So today I'm gonna use the same shade I would normally use in C45, but then the Prolongwear concealer. And it really doesn't matter what concealer you use because you can get the same effect. It's just gonna take a little bit more patience. So I'm gonna put some of that on a small concealer brush. I'm gonna go in and carve my brows out. And the goal really is to cover the hairs that are there because that's what we don't want seen. So I'm not gonna take my finger and blend it out just yet because I want the most coverage like right underneath my brow so that those hairs won't really peek through. And once it's covered, then I'll take my finger and blend it out. And that's pretty much it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do the other one. Now that that's done, I'm going to take my NYX HD Concealer in the shade 8, and I'm going to prep my lid with this. Because this is a no makeup look, I'm not really going to do too much. I just don't like bare lids, so I have to put something on them. But I am going to use the Bobbi Brown Camel No. 5 eyeshadow, and it's just a really like mustard brown color. I'm going to bring it down on the lid, put it in the crease, pretty much everywhere. You can use like any flesh tone color that you have for your skin tone, but this is perfect for mine. And then because I want a little bit more brightness, I'm just gonna take the shade Buttery from the Anastasia Artist Palette, and I'm gonna put that like just below my brow bone and blend a little bit on the inner corner of the eye. And then drag it back. Now, because when you strobe, you're not using any contouring or bronzing at all, I'm not going to get too pretty with the highlighter because I don't want to look casket sharp. Typically for me, my contour helps balance out my highlight. So I'm still going to use the same two NYX HD concealers, but I'm going to strategically place them so that they work to my advantage. So I'm going to take the No. 8 shade. So I'm just going to put this on my forehead. I'm going to bring this and dot it down my nose, because again, you're not using contouring, so if you do too much with the highlight down the nose, it's going to make it look wider opposed to slimmer. And I'm going to put a little bit down here anyway, just to balance out my highlight. I'm going to put some on the tip of my chin, my cupid's bow, and on the tip of my nose. And then with the lighter one, the shade 7, I'm going to use this and only put it underneath my eyes. Once that's done, I'm gonna go in with my foundation brush and blend out the edges. So there are a few things that you should know when strobing. If you have extremely oily skin, strobing is not for you. You wanna contour. Strobing is more so suited for normal to combination to dry skin. Now, if you have really oily skin, you can, but you will have to take some precautions. So you're gonna have to powder your face and make sure that you don't use it in all the areas that you normally would. So you will want to stick to your cheekbones and not do it on the forehead or above either brow, because again, if you are really oily, your oils are going to come through and it's going to lean more on the greasy side opposed to the healthy, glowing, dewy side. You know what I mean? So for me personally, my skin's more on the normal side. I get a little bit of oil when I'm out in the sun and sweating, which is normal. So for this, I'm gonna start by using a Pearl Matte Face Powder. This is the MAC In For A Treat Pearl Matte Face Powder, and I'm gonna put this underneath my eyes. So this is gonna be the first level of glow. So again, because I have pretty normal skin, I don't need to necessarily go in with a powder. Actually, I am. I'm gonna go with the powder first, just so that my under eye concealer doesn't crease, and I'm gonna use my Maybelline Dream Wonder Powder. Like I said, this is MAC In For A Treat. And I'm just gonna swirl that. And this will give me a really nice like champagne glow. It's like a champagne golden glow. And then I'm just gonna blend it out. You see the difference that made? It just really brightens up my under eye. And it's gonna really open up my face. So before I add any more highlighters, I'm gonna go ahead and apply my blush. And the two that I'm using are the Colourpop Swift blush, which is a more brown, reddish brown color. And the second one I'm using is from this Sleek palette. So I'm gonna go with the Colourpop one first because it's a little bit darker. And right on top of that, I'm using the Sleek Blush by 3 in the shade Flame. And I'm gonna use this peachy pink shade and put that right on top of the Colourpop Swift. Now for the highlight, I'm going to be using my Becca Opal as always, and my MAC Gold Deposit. These have been my two go-to highlighters this summer. So I'm going to use the Real Technique setting brush, and I'm going to apply the matte gold deposit on the lower half of my face and the Becca opal on the top half. So I'm first going to apply gold deposit where, like, just below where I would normally contour. With the Becca opal, I'm going to put a little bit right down the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, on the tops of my cheekbones, and bring it up towards my temple, above either arch of the brow. I'm going to go back into MAC's Gold Deposit and put this just below my brow bone. I'm going to use opal and put on my tear duct. I'm just going to make sure everything's blended. Now, before I put my lashes in my lipstick, I'm just going to go in and spray more MAC's Fix Plus, and that is going to enhance the glow and really seal everything in, because you don't want any powder particles left on your face. For my lashes today, I'm going to use the Cocoa Lashes Misha, and these are just a really wispy doll-like lash. I like these for my more natural days, but when I still want some drama. While my lashes dry, I'm going to add some mascara to my lower lash line, and I'm using L'Oreal Telescopic in Carbon Black. For my lips, I'm going to apply Colourpop's BFF3 lip pencil. I'm going to use one of these Wet n Wild Mega Last liquid lipsticks in the shade I Can't Bear It. Now that it's dry, I'm going to use a little bit of MAC Smith lipstick in the center just to lighten it up. And I'm going to add a little bit of the Happily Ever After lip gloss from the Cinderella collection. And if you don't have this one, this black opal lip gloss, I don't have the name on it anymore, but it's a really good dupe. It's one of their luster glosses. The MAC gloss is a slightly lighter pink, but they both have those blue and purple glitters in them. So again, it's not an exact dupe, but it's close. That completes this look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I tried to make it as simple as I could, but I really want to make sure I covered all the bases. So if you guys enjoyed, please thumbs up and subscribe. And as always, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video.